Okay, so let's start on this one. This is the second page. There's already one video up for the first page, so look for that one if you need problems 1 through 6. We are starting on problem 7. So we have 3 plus 15 divided by 3. There's how many operations? 1, 2. When there's more than one operation, you definitely know that you want to use PEMDAS. This is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So we are going to look through. There are no parentheses. There are no exponents besides the ones that are up here, so nothing that is different. No multiplication, but there is division. So there is division right here. So we're going to do that first. 3 plus 15 divided by 3. Going to rewrite the problem. We said we wanted to do 15 divided by 3 first, so 3 goes into 15 5 times. 3 plus 5 becomes 8. So these are not your answers. C is your answer. Go to number 8. Now rational numbers m and n are plotted on the number line below. Based on this number line, which statement is true? So we got to estimate a little bit, because if you notice, you have -1 here, -2 here, -3 here. We have to look at this and say, yeah, it looks basically in the middle. So I'm going to make n equal to 1/2, which is also equal to 0.5. So you can use either one of these. Just know that a half and 0.5 is the same. So in case you did this already and you actually use 0.5, that is okay. So on this one, 1, 2, 3, it's in between 2 and 3, so m has to equal 2.5 or 2.5. So now that we have those two, I'm going to simplify it. And I'm just going to use the decimals only, because when we have the decimals, it's going to be easier to actually subtract, add, distribute a negative, do all of those things. So we're going to look at this as just the decimal. So I'm using n is equal to 0.5 and m is equal to 2.5. You could use the fractions, but it may be harder for some people. Let me see. Let's look at a. So we have n minus m. Now we have to substitute this in, and so you're going to have 0.5 minus 2.5. 0.5 minus 2.5 is going to be negative 2.0. And this is equal to n minus m. Now, the value of n minus n is positive. Did I get a positive answer when I substituted that in? No, I got negative. So we know that we are looking for a true statement. This is not true. I got a negative answer when I did this. Okay, so let's look at n plus m. Now if I take n plus m, remember that n is equal to 0.5, plug it in, plus m is equal to 2.5, plug that in, was 0.5 plus 2.5. So even on this last one, you could have done it like this. Make sure you line up the decimals, draw a line, you are adding, so you're going to put a plus here and draw another line. 5 plus 5 is 0, or 10, sorry, 10, and then carry the 1. What's 1 plus 2? 3. So we found out that this is equal to 3.0. Is this a positive number? Is it positive? Yes. So this one works. Let's see if there's any more answers. Sometimes there are more than one answer. So n plus m is negative. Is that true? So n plus m is negative. Well, we already solved for n plus m, so we don't need to do it again. Is this negative? No, we found out it was positive. Now, what about the value of negative n minus m? There are two ways to figure this last one out. Either you could plug in negative n minus m, you could plug in the n and the m, so you could do negative 0.5 minus 2.5 and work it out like that. Do the parentheses first, get that this is negative 2.0, and then have the negative on the outside, distribute it in, and you get that it was 2.0. That is the first way. Let me show you the second. The second way is a little trick, but it saves you a lot of time because we actually already solved for this. So what is negative, or actually no, we didn't solve for it yet. I take that back. So what is negative 1, put the 1 here, times n, negative 1n. What is negative 1 times negative n plus 1m? So this becomes n, negative n, plus m. And you can plug this in as well. So this becomes negative 0.5 plus 2.5. And this gives you 2.0 as well. So this is your second way, this is your first way. They're a little different. This one you distribute first while it's still variables, and then you work it out. This one you plug in, and then you work it out. And there's a third way. You could actually plug in and still distribute, then work it out. So you have a lot of options on this. But this one, is it a negative answer? No, we found out that it was positive. So it is definitely B. Okay, number 9. Monica wants to save at least $399 to buy a new laptop computer. So highlight that. That seems important. She has $284 saved already. Which option below will allow her to have enough money to buy the computer? So if she spends $22 and earns $93. So she has 284. Has 284. She needs $399. So we're just reorganizing the information right now. How much more money does she need? So without even looking at this, let's see how much money she would need. So $399, $284. Do you think I'm going to add it or subtract it to find out how much more she needs? How much more needed? So this should be subtraction. So now we're going to subtract this, get 5, 1, 1. She needs $115. So we need to have an answer where she has $115. So she spends $22. Which option below will allow her to have enough money to buy the computer? So one more time, it's always good to reread this last question before you keep going, just to make sure you know what you're looking for. So she's going to spend $22, and then she earns 93. So spends, you got to kind of look at what these words mean. Spends, you're going to actually go down 22. Earns means you're going to add 93. So does it look like you got 115? No, you actually went down 22, then you went to 100, then you added 93. So just from this 93, you know it's not 115. So this one won't work. She is given, so if she's given, this one's going to be positive. So she earns or has $38, is given that. And then earns is another positive, 42. Question is this the 115 that she needs? No, so that would be 70, looks like 80. So this is $80 when you add it together, not 115, so that does not work. She spends $82, right? Spends $82. So looking at the word spend, actually I want to circle the word spend. So looking at this, that would be a negative 82. So she lost $82. She earns 94. So earns 94. Now this one, does it add to more than 115? Nope. So she lost 82, then 94. So she's actually at, what is that, 8 plus 4, $12. She only has $12 from this transaction. She is given 225, so given adds 225, spends, so she loses 110. Now this one looks promising, especially because we already crossed through all of these. So we got to take it a little slow to make sure though. 110, subtract this, you have 5, 1, 1. So is this the 115 that she needs? Yep, this equals 115. That's exactly what we were looking for here. So this matches up perfectly with this. So D is definitely your answer. Okay, let's go to evaluate number 10. So we have 2 times A plus 3. So this is going to be 2 times A, 2A. 2 times 3, 6. Kind of rush through this one. I want to take it one more time because I didn't even show you the way that we've been doing it in class. So we actually circled the 2. This makes it to where there's not hardly any room for error. So circle the 2, even maybe put the plus here. So 2 times what? A. But what's the number? 1. 2 times what? 3. Oh, 2 times positive 3. So here, what is 2 times 1? 2. What are we talking about? A. 2 times positive 3? 6. So we get the same answer, but this one's more organized if we actually circle the numbers. So 2a plus 6 is your answer. Go to the next video for more problems.